firstborn. So.
Just
Going back to this tough
this
for me too.
and
This is
approve.
the first year too that they switch classrooms for every subject. So,
I'm going to call the 12th meeting of this year, Village Board of Trustees, the Village of Depew, September 8th, 2025. I know we're running a little late, do apologize, it's 7:05. The pledge from trustee Kraft.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just remain standing for a second. May we take a moment to pause, reflect, and connect with the spirit of peace and understanding that resides within each of us. Let us embrace the opportunity to come together in unity, open to the shared wisdom, compassion, and respect that guides us. May this gathering be a time of inspiration, collaboration, and growth, and may the intentions we set today lead us toward positive actions and harmonious outcomes. Let us proceed with mindful hearts and a collective sense of purpose. Amen. All right. Notification of fire exits. We have trustee Zimba back. Bob, you're off the hook for tonight. Go ahead.
The emergency exits are located to my left and to the rear of the room. In the event of an alarm or emergency, please move in an orderly fashion to the exits and evacuate the building.
And a roll call.
Trustee Morowski.
Here.
Trustee Zimba.
Here,
Trustee Kraft.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
here,
And Mayor Peterson.
Here. First item tonight, to approve the village board meeting minutes from July 28th, 2025.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Approve the village board meeting minutes, July 28, 2025.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That is carried. Next up is approve the planning board meeting minutes from August 7th, 2025.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion to move for its adoption, that we approve the planning board meeting minutes from August 7th, 2025. Item number 1, Dean Architects on behalf of Hotspot 716 Inc., located at 5150 Broadway, Unit 2. They are requesting a special use permit to open and operate a retail smoke shop. Motion denied.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And that's carried. Next item, accept the zoning board meeting minutes from August 14th, 2025.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Accept the zoning board meeting minutes, August 14, 2025. Number 1, Kevin Richmond, 2736 George Urban Boulevard, to permit him to widen his driveway more than 5 feet in front of principal dwelling. Approved.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it's carried. Next up, I got that. Next up, we have, we'll be discussing the agenda for tonight, and we'll accept any comments or questions on agenda items only initially, until later in the meeting when we open it up to general questions and comments. First up on our agenda tonight is a public hearing for local law number 3 of 2025 regarding open fires. Sam, our attorney.
Okay, so this is a law Paul Sprata remembers from 2011 when it was repealed. He was there. He didn't comment on this, so I don't know why it was repealed, but we've run into the issue where our local law enforcement and code enforcement cannot enforce open fires and other issues the way they want to. So we updated the law a bit to change with the new version of the fire code rather than being stuck in a 2010, 2011 version of the New York State Fire Code. It adopts by incorporation the most recent version of the New York State Fire Code. It also puts a new limitation on constant burns. You can't have a fire for more than 4 hours straight. Of course, I don't think our police department's going to run around stomping out campfires, but this is a reactionary law. If someone, for example, we had a complaint here, is burning constantly all day and the smoke's billowing into their neighbor's house. This is a specific provision that will address that. This is the public hearing on that law, so if you have any comments, there's copies in the hall. And I kind of said what I was going to say during the public hearing already, but that's what it is.
Very good. Next item up is a public hearing for the demo of 47 Main Street. Again, Attorney Alba.
Okay, so nothing on this because we're adjourning it. We have to serve the new owners, so there'll just be a motion to adjourn the public hearing procedurally
And reschedule.
and reschedule. Procedurally, our local law requires that if we want to demolish a building that isn't in immediate danger of coming down, we have to give the owner of that building adequate notice, and that involves serving them with a demolition notice, the board approving a resolution that we even file the demolition notice, and then a public hearing. Upon drafting the formal notice of demolition, we realized that ownership had changed hands and a new notice needed to be issued to provide due process and allow the person opportunity to be heard. So we are going to adjourn that public hearing to give them that opportunity, as the law requires.
Okay. Third thing on our agenda tonight is permission to sign a grant award. This is for Police Traffic Services Program Grant Award, which totals $10,788 to the Depew Police Department. It's broken down $28.56 for seatbelt mobilization enforcement and $7,932 for regular PTS enforcement. Item number 4 is the termination of the DPW seasonal help that we had. It was a 13-week program. There's four young men that were involved with that program this summer. They did a good job, as always, right? Yeah, they're very good. Next resolution, number 5, is to term the summer seasonal help that was in our rec department. Substantially larger number of people that were there, including lifeguards, cashiers, and park attendants. Next item, number 6, permission for the Depew Volunteer Fire Department to use Fireman's Park and the Pavilion on Sunday, October 12th, for their Halloween in the park from noon till 3. It's also permission granted to the Depew Volunteer Fire Department to use Fireman's Park and Pavilion on Sunday, November 9th, 2025, for their department tailgate party from noon to 6 p.m. Item number 7 is to approve and authorize the Village's Fall Fest, which is on September 20th, 2025, from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. in Fireman's Park. There's a number of activities and food vendors and craft vendors, the use of the pavilion, pickleball courts, basketball courts, and the ice rink is also in there. So we are having, we'll go into more detail perhaps on that. Next item up is permission to waive the permit fee for the Vine Wesleyan Church. Request to waive the permit fee for their Fall Festival, which is on Saturday, October 4th, 2025, from 11 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. Number 9 is to approve the auction results for various items that we've sold through auction that were village property. The majority of the money that's in the $24,800 that was received was a 2009 Peterbilt 340. It's one of the old salt trucks. Yeah. 24,500 of that 24,800. Okay. So if there's any questions on anything other than the 2 public hearings, we'll take them now. Just come to the podium, state your name and your address, and we'll try our best to answer some of the questions you might have. So that would be permission to sign the grant for the PD, the letting go of our DPW and recreation seasonals, permission for the fire department to use the park, fall festival, waiving the fee, and the auction results. Any comments on those items? Okay, nothing. Seeing that there are none, then we'll roll right into our public hearing number 1 for local law number 3 of 2025. It involves open fires.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I'd like to make a motion that we open the public hearing for local law number 3 of 2025, open fires, at 7:16 PM.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. And the public hearing is now open. I know the Attorney Alba has started off and given an awful lot of information on it, but does anybody have any?
What's wrong, Regina?
Oh, I gotta read that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nope. The administrator is authorized to advertise for a public hearing for local law number 3 of 2025 to discuss the implementation of the open fires and incinerators law. The public hearing will take place on September 8th, 2025 in Depew Village Hall Council Chambers, 85 Manitou Street, Depew, New York, 14043 at 7 p.m.
Okay, I'm the attorney. I drafted the local law based on a local law we had before. During the summary of the agenda, I provided comments on what updates were made to this law. I had some ideas on how it could be improved through our pre-board meeting. One change we're making, I forgot to mention, is the permit's going to go to the code enforcement department rather than to the clerk's office. That's for bonfires and larger fires. The idea here isn't to stop people from having regular campfires or other things like that. It is simply to give the village a little bit more authority to stop people who are overdoing it, constantly burning things all day, burning rubbish, burning waste material, or making fires that are way too big and too close to their houses. The idea is safety, and that's about it. If anyone has any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Come on up, Dave. Yep.
Dave Burkhardt, 5 Lockley. Okay, let's say somebody is burning, just burning wood, whatever, for longer than 4 hours. So would you call the code enforcement officer? Would you call the police? So let's say it's at night, so you'd have to call the police, right? Is somebody
I'd
going to
say-
extinguish that fire, or do you just warn the people? What's going to happen then?
What do you think would be better?
Well, they should,
We're drafting the law, it's up to, so, I would
Did-
think the fire's gotta be extinguished.
that's what I would figure.
The police would have to say, put that out,
Get out to fire.
in the middle of the night. The 4-hour thing is really gonna be more reactionary. We're not gonna have police officers or code enforcement officers rolling around and starting timers on people's fires.
No, but let's say the neighbors call,
Neighbors call, this has been going on for 5 hours.
and nobody's home maybe, so, and let's say their backyard is all locked up. I mean, you got to find a way to get in there, right? To put it out?
Well, that's a different issue. If someone's just got an open fire going in their backyard.
You have to be at an open fire, you have to
Be attended.
attend it. If
Yeah,
you
but-
abandon that fire, then more than likely.
Well, that's what I mean. That goes on too, with somebody.
Well, it does,
Yeah.
but that's,
So then being
if
called
it's
in.
nothing that's dangerous.
the
we'll
fire
probably just let
chief
it run
has
its
an
course
answer.
and Send them a violation letter.
I got a perfect answer for you, Dave. I can tell you how it's been for the last 33 years I've been in the fire department. We've gone out and we've been called out in the middle of the night to extinguish many fires that were left unattended, or many fires that were too large, or that were creating a nuisance to their neighbors, right? So the 4 hours, like Attorney Elba said, is a set point, but here again, if somebody isn't being a nuisance and isn't bothering their neighbors and they don't call, well, it's not a problem, right? But if smoke is going into your neighbor's house, or, it's getting too large and it's a safety hazard or something like that, then yes, that's in there. And if it was more than 4 hours, or if it was too large, or if it was too close to any structures or vegetation, the police could instruct them to extinguish the fire. If they choose not to extinguish the fire, or if it was an unattended fire, which we've been called out for as well, which you're not supposed to do by law, which I believe that's in there as well, we've been called out to extinguish the fires as well as the fire department. So this gives us a good starting ground right now, opposed to having nothing.
Yeah, I mean, somebody could have like a party, start a fire in the backyard, a little bit of bonfire, and they're drinking all night, and then they go to bed, and they,
Well, everything's circumstantial and situational, and I think that, we can't overthink it, is what we can't do.
all right.
A suggestion that I would like to put forward as a code enforcement officer, and I'm sure the police would probably be interested in this too, is we have a situation where people sometimes burn wet wood or unseasoned wood, which causes an awful lot of smoke. In a situation where, even if it's under 4 hours, if it's smoking too much, that we might want to put something in the law that would allow us to have them extinguish that also.
That would make more smoke
Well, it would go out.
temporarily.
But we've had that
Yeah,
situation where they
no,
were
I-
just burning unseasoned wood and it was causing a terrific amount of smoke,
Yeah.
which
Happened-
were causing
happened to me
problems with
the
the
other
neighbors.
night.
But I believe that's in there, buddy, if you're creating a nuisance to your neighbors, that,
Yeah, so you can apply that term liberally, nuisance to the neighbors.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
I think it's a catch-all.
Come on up. Just your name and your address, please. This is on the public.
Yep, Susan Wisniewski, 33 Rogers Drive. Thank you very much, Regina, for calling me that day, and I had family in from Texas, so it really wasn't convenient, but I would have been here. But my neighbor that I talk about cut down trees early in the beginning of before the summer, like in May, something like that. And the 25th of September, or of August, he started a fire that Monday night. I kid you not, it smoked till Thursday. Because he puts these big old logs, and this is what I'm assuming, and it's live wood. He had a little bit of a fire, and then I went and knocked on his door the one day, and he didn't answer. I don't even think he's home half the time. And it just smokes. It just...
So if we pass this law, then
You'll be able to call the
Give us some.
police or code enforcement. I guess, we should coordinate how you want to respond. Do you want to send one of your officers out with just a bucket of water, no one's home, pour it out, leave a ticket? Or, is that something code enforcement's gonna
No.
do, or the fire chief?
Yeah, I mean, if it's a fire hazard,
Yeah, I mean,
right, then that is the fire department, and you're going to get the police department response. If it's a noxious substance, right, if it's just a nuisance, that's a 911 call to the police department. We will respond, we will evaluate the situation, we will
Yeah.
advise the individual to put the fire out. If they don't comply, then we issue a summons, and then we can, and there, it says in here, Sam, that the fire department can extinguish it. We probably should use that language universal so we can do it as well. Otherwise, I'll be calling Brian every time.
He won't mind.
yeah, just like when he first starts it, that's the only time you ever see flame. Because the wood's live, And it's
Yeah.
just, and that one week, it was so beautiful. And I had to close my windows every single day that week. So, like I said, I'm all for somebody sitting around and having a fire, but he doesn't even sit around and enjoy it. He just burns wood for the hell of it. And I just can't deal with this anymore. I just can't. So I thank you all.
Thank you.
anyone else? Come on up. Just your name and your address, please.
Dave Cruiser, live at 41 Harlan Street. I just wonder what kind of changes were being made. I know you just described some of them. The constant burn, I'm okay with that. I like to have little bonfires in my backyard. My son owns a house in Depew, so does a daughter, where I like little bonfires. So I came just to make sure that, you weren't
No, this was a
stopping too
law,
much.
this was a law in
But
the
I-
books for a while, and I'm sorry, were you finished? I want to interrupt. I didn't mean
No,
to
I
interrupt.
I just wanted to know what changes were made other than the constant burn.
So there's no changes. This is a whole new law because we repealed this in 2011, and we can't seem to reverse engineer why we repealed it. Dave and Paul were here. They've been no help in 2011 here. I found the person who was referenced in our meeting minutes back then, who they said they consulted with. He was a planner in Cheektowaga then. He didn't specifically recall why the law was repealed. He thought maybe there was overlap with a DC law. So that's one change. We've incorporated by reference the Department of Environment Conservation laws. Those typically deal with burning garbage or other hazardous materials. But the idea being you wouldn't need to bring a DEC police officer out to cite someone for burning garbage. We could cite them, make reference to it with our own local law. But generally speaking, this is going to be a reactionary law. If you're having a bonfire all night at your house, I don't think anyone's going to mind. If your neighbor calls and says, this has been going on for more than 4 hours, I want you to do something, then the police would probably do something. But people who are having safe fires in their yard is not the target here.
Yeah, okay. That's all I really wanted to know.
Yeah, and if there's any, the purpose of the public hearing, if anyone has any improvements that could be made or changes before we vote on this, please let us know.
Okay.
Yeah, will be voted at the.
At the next meeting, yeah.
Anyone else on the open fire? Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I'd like to make a motion to close the public hearing for local law number 3 of 2025, open fires, at 7:27 PM.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Second item tonight is public hearing for the demo of 47 Main Street.
We'll have Regina read the public hearing notice.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you want me to read that first before you make the motion?
I think you read it first and then make the motion to adjourn.
Be it resolved, the village administrator is hereby authorized to advertise for a public hearing to discuss the unsafe condition and the property owner's refusal to comply now requires the demolition of 47 Main Street, Depew, New York. The public hearing will take place at 85 Manitou Street, Depew, New York, 14043, in the council chambers on September 8th, 2025.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion to adjourn the public hearing meeting until October 14th.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. That's going to go to October
14.
14th.
Easy. Good job, Bob.
And the 14th is because of Columbus Day.
Yes, sir.
Resolution number 3.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following resolution and move for its adoption. Be it resolved that the mayor is authorized to sign the Police Traffic Services Program Grant Award and any and all other contracts, documents, and instruments necessary to bring a $10,788 grant to the Depew Police Department. The breakdown of the grant award amount is as follows. Seatbelt mobilization enforcement, $2,856. Regular PTS enforcement, $7,932.
I second the motion.
Get a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
And Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Resolution number 4, terminate the summer seasonal help at the Department of Public Works.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Summer seasonals DPW to be it resolved, employment for the DPW seasonal employees per the list below ending on August 22nd, 2025. DPW summer help, Carson Alberti, Aiden Mandel, Aiden Mecca, and Carter Tadouz.
I second the motion.
Get a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Resolution number 5, the termination of summer seasonal help in our rec department.
Sam, am I reading every name?
I think we just say the list, right? That's extensive.
No, you could just say the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion to move for its adoption. Be it resolved, employment for the Recreation Department summer seasonal employees ended on August 30th, 2025 for the following list of employees.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morosky,
Yes.
Trustee Zimba,
Yes.
Trustee Kraft,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph,
Yes.
Mayor Peterson,
Yes.
and that's carried.
Resolution number 6, permission for the Depew Volunteer Fire Department.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion to move for its adoption. Permission is hereby granted to the Depew Volunteer Fire Department to use Fireman's Park and the Pavilion on Sunday, October 12th, 2025, for the Halloween in the park from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Permission is hereby granted to the Depew Volunteer Fire Department to use Fireman's Park and the Pavilion on Sunday, November 9th, 2025, for a department tailgate party from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m.
I second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's been approved. Resolution number 7, authorize the village's Fall Festival.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following resolution and move for it for adoption. Be it resolved, permission is hereby granted to hold the Depew Fall Festival in the Village of Depew Fireman's Park on Saturday, September 20th, 2025, from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Activities, including beer garden, family-friendly activities, bounce houses, and music. Food and vendors. There will be a variety of food trucks and local craft vendors on hand. Use of the pavilion, pickleball courts, basketball courts, and ice rink are also granted.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morosky,
Yes.
Trustee Zimba,
Yes.
Trustee Kraft,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph,
Yes.
Mayor Peterson,
Yes.
and that's carried.
Resolution number 8, permission to waive the permit fee.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion to move for its adoption. Whereas the Vine Wesleyan Church has requested permission to waive the tent permit fee for their Fall Festival on Saturday, October 4th, 2025. Now therefore be it resolved that permission is hereby granted to the Vine Wesleyan Church to waive the tent permit fee for their Fall Festival on Saturday, October 4th, 2025, which will take place on the church grounds from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morosky,
Yes.
Trustee Zimba,
Yes.
Trustee Kraft,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph,
Yes.
Mayor Peterson, and that's carried.
Resolution 9, approve the auction results.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoptions. Be it resolved that the results from the Auctions International online auction ending August 28, 2025, totaling $24,800 are approved as follows. Lot 01, 2009 Peterbilt 340 4x2 flatbed with spreader truck, 24.5 to Lee Ochino. Lot 2, 3 hoses for street sweeper, $25, Joseph Palazinski. Lot 02, electrical stock inventory, $39, Adam Perry. Lot 04, power tools, stock, drill, sawzall, bandsaw, $210, James Zazumic, or sorry about that. Lot 05, ballasts, $26, Adam Perry.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morosky,
Yes.
Trustee Zimba,
Yes.
Trustee Kraft,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph,
Yes.
Mayor Peterson,
Yes.
and that's carried.
So the way you were saying that, Bob, it would been, I was thinking 3 horses for the street sweeper, which was like the thing right above it, right?
Uh-huh.
So it wasn't running on gas, it was... Okay. But it's hoses. All right.
There's 202s too.
All right, so we had employment applications over the last 2 weeks for our Department of Public Works by Joseph Rich and Megan Powell. And I know they're getting close to calling in, for interviews to some people, right?
Yeah, we're gonna
Coming
start
up?
in a second.
Yep. And also for our rec department, Braylon Rosinski applied. Next item tonight is department head reports, the police department report for August of 2025.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion that we approve the department head report for the police of August 2025.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, and that's carried. And number 12, unfinished and other business, and I believe we have other business.
Yes, at this time, Mr. Mayor, I would like to request that the Depew Fire Department can use ladder 5 and engine 4 for the funeral of Bowmansville firefighter Ray Hartel tomorrow morning from 9 a.m. till 11:30 a.m.
Okay,
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I'd like to make a motion to allow the fire department to use engine 5 and engine 4 tomorrow, September 9th, from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. to attend a fellow fire department funeral service.
I have a second.
Second that.
Seconded by trustee Morosky. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. There you go, chief.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Before we get to general public comments and concerns, we'll go around the room to our departments, and maybe they can add some additional things. Our building department, to my right.
There's always a million things going on in our department, but the demolition started in the interior of the Bolsey's project going on over on Walden and Dick Road. Haven't had a lot of applications for new business this month, but it is wrapping up towards the end of the season, so this time of year, people start firing up their furnaces and things like that. I suggest that you look at it before you fire it up, clean it, have it serviced, make sure that you don't have any combustibles around it. There's no reason to put yourself in harm's way. So construction season's coming to an end, so any permits that you may want to get in before the season changes, I suggest you do it soon so that we can get to it in a timely manner. Other than that, should be about all for us. Do you have anything, Kate?
Do you want me to mention what we talked
Yeah,
about?
sure.
now? Okay. We do have 2 cannabis dispensaries applying. They should be, I believe one is targeting the October meeting, the other is the November meeting. One is in Cheektowaga, one is in Lancaster. I did send special use permit applications out to all existing vape shops. They all have until November, I believe we agreed on November 1st to apply for the special use permit. And
These are for ones that were in existence before our local law last year.
correct. And the new owner of Bloomfields has been in contact with our office. Seems like a very nice young man. He's looking to make a go of 114 Bloomfield Avenue, no menu changes. He's excited, and I think a lot of people are excited to have him around.
Okay. Our new shop, whatever you want to call it, on Broadway there, you might want to check in on them on the sequential flashing lights.
Was it flashing or is it just on? Because when I was there, when I did their inspection, there was no flashing.
Let's see, when was I there? So I came here Thursday night late, 11:30, and they were,
Of course. I'll stop talking about it. I also did want to mention that what was the name of the company here? CTS Contracting? I don't remember if that was what it was. Anyways, gentleman had contacted me for the change of zoning over there on Brunswick Drive. They want to get started on, the building the single-family homes.
Homes, right?
I did send them off the application, so they will be putting in, there's only 1 or 2 properties over there that's actually in the C2. They want to have rezoned, so that they could build.
Those are the ones closest to Tops?
Yeah.
The back of Tops?
But they look more like a residential neighborhood area there than commercial, so I don't anticipate it being an issue. I don't speak for the board, but I'm pretty sure that's something that we'd like to see done, so they're moving forward with that now also.
Okay, great. We'll go across the room. Ken from Department of Public Works.
Not too much. Winding down our summer projects, getting ready for fall leaves and salt trucks and things like that, so.
Salt barns all ready to go? Do we have salt this year?
We have half of our supply right now, so
And
we'll have the rest before it gets too late.
I think in my county meeting, they'll be talking this month about the salt. Did they open it back up to the Canadian?
That I don't know. I haven't heard anything from them
Yeah.
yet.
Just as a thing with the George Urban Boulevard, so you should all be aware, even though it's not our project, we know what's going on there. They're behind. Should have all been done by now. They've been working feverishly from the railroad bridge west to Dick Road, that they're putting in a new drainage system, both sides. And then there'll be milling and paving. Then from St. Martha's at French to Transit, I have to figure that's gonna start any day now, probably. So if you know people that live on George Urban, they probably won't be able to park their cars during the day or overnight, even though, you still can do that because they're gonna be milling that and then paving it. And then if it stretches through a week of garbage pickup, they'll probably have to adjust how they do that, because,
When it gets closer, we'll contact them.
you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always
We'll
thought,
contact the county and tell, we can.
yes, please.
We can get a hold of our garbage people then.
That's the county's issue, and we made that really clear that should happen. But it'll be nice when they're done. And I know that, a little bit of inconvenience for the West End Fire Station. We did agree to work with the contractor, and they could store their stuff behind the fire station. However, they made some concessions to the village that they don't go on the new pavement or on the new concrete, and that they will repave the road that the church owns along the west side of the fire station. They'll actually repave the back of the fire station, and they made a generous donation to the fire department as well. So I think it was a win-win for about 30 days worth of inconvenience, and as I said in the pre-board meeting, I reached out to Travis to move some of the equipment, or some of the piles there, because we can't get around from the back of the building. But I think all in all, that's been good. We'll go to this side. Chief McNamara from our police department.
So a busy August for us. We handled 1,885 complaints. 128 of those were criminal complaints. 1 stolen vehicle, 46 accidents. 1 of those was a bicycle on car. And we arrested 51 people this past month and issued 453 summonses. I would just say that, as you heard, that we accepted a grant. The mayor signed a grant for us, so we have $10,000 to go out there and write tickets for speeding, seatbelt violations, I believe aggressive driving is part of it, as well as school zones. School started again this week, so please be mindful of that.
Was it a regular bike or an e-bike?
It was a regular bike.
Oh, yeah. Okay. On this side, Fire Chief Brian Musley.
Good evening, everyone. Since our last board meeting, we've had 20 calls. It's 273 year-to-date. This coming Thursday, which is September 11th, we will be holding a joint 9/11 Remembrance Ceremony with the fire department and the police department. It is open to the public for anybody that would like to come. Just a short 15, 20-minute remembrance ceremony so that we never forget that terrible day that happened 24 years ago in our country. And all the Americans that were lost in that. Also, I had the honor of this past Saturday attending Tunnels to Towers, which our fire department participates in every year over at Stiglmeyer Park in the Bellevue Fire District. Ladder 5 goes, and we have the honor of holding one of the large flags that the runners run underneath. And we also had 5 members that participated in the actual 5K run. It's a great cause. That Tunnels to Towers does great things for first responders, does great things for our military, and it's a good organization. It was an honor to participate in that. Our annual boot drive, which was supposed to be today, was moved till tomorrow, which will be from 3:30 to 6:30. Just be mindful of our firefighters that are out there, and if you can donate a little bit to us, anything helps. We greatly appreciate it. I also would like to say a couple words on firefighter Ray Hartel from the Bowmansville Fire Company. He was lost this past week, and while he was doing duties at the fire station. Ray was a 49-year active member of the Bowmansville Fire Company. He was a staple there. He was there every day. Probably never a day during the 49 years that he wasn't there. He did a lot for that fire company and also a lot amongst the fire service in general. Anybody who knew Ray was a true gentleman, and he absolutely was a true definition of what unselfish service to your fellow man is. His funeral's tomorrow. Just keep his family and his fire and the Bowmansville Fire Company in our thoughts and prayers during that. He was like I said, he'll be well missed. Big shoes to fill. And last but not least, just a little thing with the school being back in session and traffic picking up a little bit. Just be mindful of our first responders and our tow truck drivers that are out there, and our DPW, Department of Public Works workers out there that are working in the roadway on a daily basis. Get off the cell phone. Don't be distracted. Pay attention to what you're doing. If you see people working the roadway, you see a fire truck, you see a tow truck, you see a police car, you see one of our Department of Public Works vehicles, that doesn't mean hit the gas, that means slow down. All right? Just be mindful of us out there working in the roadway, please. That's all I have, sir.
Okay, Regina, with our recreation recap?
Okay, so the pool is getting shut down and drained. They had both compressors in the rink up and running. So far, so good. The guy should be laying water for the ice. The opening for that is scheduled for the 15th, but it also depends on the weather outside. Just a little recap of the summer programs that they ran. There was a roller hockey program. Softball had 20 teams in it. Kickball had 5 teams. And with that, we were running the programs ourselves, so it was able to bring in some revenue to the village, having those teams and all that activity in the park.
Okay, very good. Legal, Sam Alba?
I don't have too much. I think I yapped enough regarding the local law and the other things.
Okay,
That's about it.
all right.
Short
Trustee Kraft?
Nothing new.
Move on this side, Trustee Zimba?
The Village's free 5th annual e-waste recycling drive is scheduled for October 4th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. here at Village Hall in the parking lot. Again, it's free. Just get your stuff into your vehicle. Once it gets here, you don't have to move it. We have people to do that. We accept computers, monitors, printers, keyboards, video game systems, phones, tablets. We don't accept refrigerators, dehumidifiers, microwaves, smoke detectors, alkaline batteries, light bulbs. You can turn in up to 3 TVs per vehicle. It'll be busy here because the church has an event the same day, the Fall Fest, so it's gonna be, but we'll be able to get you in and out. Just be patient. You don't have to make an appointment, just show up. I'll see you
And
there.
line up, if you're coming early, line up on Gould,
Yes, please.
from Panora down to Transit on the south side of the road. And you'll
Please.
be in and out in a minute or two, perhaps.
Doesn't take long. We get them going.
Do you take the old CRT TVs as well, or are we?
We'll take the 3 TVs. CRT tube TVs must be physically intact. If it's intact, we'll take it. I'm sure we'll take it. Okay. That's it.
Trustee Morosky?
Just tomorrow, be careful out there. Tomorrow afternoon, between 3:30 and 6, the fire department's gonna be running our annual boot drive on 6 different corners in the village, and that's it.
Administrator Gronkowski?
So-
Fall Fest?
Yes, yep. So our Fall Fest will be September 20th from 11 to 6 in Fireman's Park. We're going to utilize a lot of the park. There'll be a basketball tournament run again, a youth one, through Healthy Buffalo. We have over 20 craft vendors and other local businesses that will have tables set up throughout the park as well. The horse-drawn wagon rides throughout the park area. We're going to have some touch-a-trucks set up with some of our DPW vehicles, a SWAT vehicle,
Yep, sheriff's bringing their SWAT vehicle, and,
and possibly a garbage truck.
yep, Casella will be out there, so you can stop by, bring the kids. They'll be bringing trinkets, I guess. It's an opportunity for the public to ask any questions you might have about garbage.
Yeah. We'll have live music again from Grace Stumber.
That's right, I forgot about that.
That's who they got instead of us. Yeah.
A variety of food vendors set up as well, and bounce houses for the kids, a family-friendly zone with activities, some crazy bubble experiences, and
Possibly a cornhole tournament, correct?
Yes.
All right. Let's see, who else? Erie One Bosse's has a table. The
Yeah.
day before, on the 19th, is the groundbreaking of their project at the corner of Walden and Dick. That's on the 19th. But they'll be here on the 20th. You can ask any questions you might have of them. Trying to think what else. 20 vendors.
about 20 vendors, yeah. Great response to it.
All right, so I have a couple things. Later on tonight, I'll be posting on the village's Facebook page some renderings that we have of Phase 3 of Fireman's Park, which is going to be a conversion of the wading pool to a splash pad. We'll be applying for grant money next year, New York State CFA grant. That'll be due in July of 2026. With any luck, if we are awarded in December of 2026, we'll be looking to convert that wading pool for the 2027 swim season. So it'll be a fireman, because it's Fireman's Park, it'll be a fire department / railroad themed type splash pad. So that's sort of exciting. On August 28th, we were featured in Business View magazine under the title of Small Village, Big Ideas. It was something that I was interviewed for back in March, and it's an interesting read. It was posted on Facebook with a link to it that you can read all about it. And on Wednesday, we are being interviewed by actor Dennis Quaid's production crew for a segment on Discover America, Great Places to Live, Visit, and Start a Business. It's on PBS, and be interviewing 7 to 10 organizations / villages, towns, and so forth. Our research team thought the village might be a good fit for one of our segments on this topic. So we're getting some notification that's out there, and that sounds exciting. Regina will be joining me on Wednesday afternoon, I believe. So a couple of little things nationally. That's about it. Anybody have anything you'd like to ask or comment on? Please
Mr.
step
Mayor,
to the
in
podium.
case you want to point out, you forgot Deputy Mayor
Did I?
Adolph. Yeah.
Oh, how can I forget about trees?
It's because you went out of order.
Trees,
That's
trees,
fine.
trees.
I was just gonna plug Fall Fest, so there's plenty of Fall
When's the
Fest.
next tree meeting?
That's a great question, next quarter, so,
But you have other things to talk about.
other things?
Sure you do.
Oh, my goodness, what a,
See, you weren't prepared. huh?
trees.
What about our banner program, which
Oh,
is
yeah,
rapidly coming to?
It is, yeah, so we continue to receive, receipts of, the veterans program for, the Vanner program for the village, the photos for the veterans going up, will be capped in the end of, end of October. So we're still welcoming submissions. You can send them to my personal email here at the village at aadolph@villageofdepew.org, and happy to receive constant submissions on those. So
Yeah, we really need to keep pushing that. We have expanded the number of veterans that we can
yep,
feature now, because there'll be one on either side of the banner. And again, those banners are solicited by a company called CGI that does all the back-end work for the village to produce the banners that are down
Yep.
Terrace Boulevard. So if you know of people that have served, that are residents of the village of Depew, submit them to the deputy mayor, and we'll do our best to get them up on the banners.
no cost to the taxpayer.
No
so
cost to the taxpayer.
love it.
All right. Anything else? Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I was just gonna push Fall Fest more, so it's
Okay. Anybody have any comments or questions or anything? Paul? Don't disappoint, Paul. All right, come on up. You see, because those records become permanent, and at some point in time down the road, somebody like this attorney here will be rummaging through tonight's meeting minutes, and Paul Sprata came up and talked.
Paul Sprata, 58 Argus Drive. You're talking about getting money for the village. The new pavilion we've got up, has that been rented at all, or if so, how many times?
Oh,
Yes,
a ton of
it's
times.
rented almost every weekend.
Yeah.
Is it?
Double rentals, yeah.
Okay.
Drove by this weekend. People were out there doing their own cornhole tournament themselves.
Janelle, how many of you rented it?
I personally rented it 3 times last year.
I'm tied with you now. I have 3 rentals as well.
In 1 year?
And we don't get any breaks, just so you know.
Okay, that's
We pay
fine.
full boat.
Just curious.
Mhm.
Another thing too, talking about encouraging businesses, we've now got 2 Rite Aids that are vacant in the village. And the Big Lots, has there been, anybody shown any?
Big Lots you know about.
Big Lots, we
Glass is
have,
gonna be Planet Fitness.
Oh, is it? Planet Fitness.
And the Rite Aid on French and Transit's got a man lift in front of it, so something's going on over there.
It's got a what
Yeah.
in front
A
of it?
man lift. They're gonna be doing some work on the exterior.
Okay.
oh, really?
Yeah.
There's, see
Oh,
that?
thanks for letting me know.
Look at the little
I
tip
was
you
gonna
get, John.
It's sticking right up. You
Gotta
can't,
have communication.
Yep.
can't miss it.
Well, the other one's been gutted already. That's the one
Yeah.
across from.
On Broadway.
We've showed a little interest on that, but since they've got it, but nothing concrete.
Nothing concrete.
Actually, I think the other one's the 140432, which is Transit in Lawson.
Oh,
Could be.
that's still 14043.
That's old. That's
So that's
14043 goes all the way to French Road and down the south there.
And all those
Okay.
Rite Aids are owned by Benderson Development.
Bingo.
Another, just a curious, previous meetings, I'm talking about a couple of years ago, Monica Wallace used to send Liz Brinkworth here as a rep. She was at just about every meeting. Is the person that took her place gonna have any
His staff is not as robust as Monica Wallace's was.
Okay.
I think he has one full-time assistant and one part-time, but he hasn't yet.
All right.
Definitely give him a call.
And Monica Wallace used to also fund the Sunday opening of the Lancaster Library, but hasn't, her replacement has not funded it. Just curious as to, I mean, were there budget cuts there or just no interest?
Don't really, no, it's not our bailiwick, so don't really know.
And we've only got one library in Lancaster. Used to have two. I think that's about all I got. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Paul.
Yep.
Sure, come on up, Dave.
Just one quick question. Now that BOCES is going to be taking over the old Marine Midland building, does that mean it's going to go off the tax rolls now?
I'm sorry, so there's a pilot agreement that's being circulated, a payment in lieu of
sent here?
taxes.
I thought being a school, it's.
Well, they're leasing it though, so.
Oh, they're leasing it, so Benderson still owns it then?
Right.
I think Benderson owns it, right?
Yes.
Right, so, but they are leasing it, and with their leasing, I'm sorry, not leasing it, there's gonna be a agreement through the county and all the municipalities, we're circulating one, to do a payment in lieu of taxes, so, the tax amount would be defined through an agreement, and they would still be paying taxes, short version, yeah.
And Don's been approached about permit fees, but we have our thoughts on that.
Yeah, I met with the owner of Erie One BOCES, the contractor who's going to be the GM overseeing Benderson's work, and they asked if they could get a reduction in permit fees because it's essentially coming from the school districts that are paying it, the fees to build this place. So they're going to be putting something in writing and asking, for some forgiveness on that, which we will entertain after the pilot program and everything goes through and where we should be with this thing. So that's where we're at right now.
Schools have way deeper pockets than this village has. Let's just make that clear.
That's for sure.
Anybody else? No? Okay. Then I will entertain a motion for claims and accounts.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion that the claims and accounts have been audited by the Finance Committee and are approved for payment as follows.
From the general fund, $319,842.91, zero from community development, $1,424 from the sewer fund, and capital projects, $616,302.80, for a total of $937,569.71.
I second that motion.
And all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. And finally, I'll entertain a motion for an adjournment tonight.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion that we adjourn tonight's meeting at 8:06 with a moment of silence honoring service of Ray Artell to the Bowmansville Fire Hall, 49 years as an active. Excuse me. Fire-
Bless you.
Sorry. Excuse me.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried, and the meeting is closed at 8:07.